Welcome friends to another video, and today I'm going to talk about the House of Cartier, and this is Eau de Cartier Concentré, and keep this word in mind, concentré, a fragrance that came to the market in 2002, and the nose behind this one is Christine Nagel. So a fragrance that has some very interesting notes inside. We have yuzu and coriander. We also have violet leaf and lavender, which I personally love in fragrances. But we also get some cedar, patchouli and white amber. So an interesting composition, and you might expect this fragrance to perform really great and to smell really great, which unfortunately does not happen. Mainly because this is not a concentrate type of fragrance. This is, I would say, diluted would have been the best word to describe this fragrance, because I wasn't expecting what I smelled and felt on my skin every single time that I used this fragrance. And this is a sample that I have right here, and I honestly congratulate myself that I never went and bought a full bottle, because it would have been wasted money from my part. Interesting opening. On my skin I get no coriander, nothing, not a hint of coriander. The only thing that I get is yuzu, a fresh juicy yuzu, and that's it for the opening. My main disappointment though was the heart, where, as I said, we have lavender and violet leaf, and I love both lavender and violet or violets in fragrances. They are some of my top notes in perfumery, and I have some very interesting fragrances in my collection that contain these notes. And unfortunately, in Eau de Cartier Concentré, the only thing that I feel, it's a very watered down violet and lavender, and that's it. The best part, if there is one, is the fact that the yuzu note from the opening continues to do its job in the heart notes, so it combines with the violet leaf, because basically there's almost no lavender in this fragrance. It's such a small hint of lavender that you can ignore it altogether. I also get a very aquatic vibe in this fragrance right from the first apply on my skin throughout the whole wearing, and I don't know where that comes from, because in the composition there's no water tones listed, no aquatic notes, and still I have this ever-present vibe of water behind yuzu and violet leaf. In the base, where we should get some very interesting cedar with patchouli and some amber notes that give power to every fragrance, we actually get again some very diluted notes, some very watered down notes, and I'm especially surprised by the cedar note, which I wasn't expecting at all to behave so weak on my skin, because that's one note that always on my skin, on every single fragrance that I own, performs like a beast. This one does not. They managed to water it down so much that it's almost, I wouldn't know how to say it. You cannot sniff it, you cannot feel it. The same goes for the patchouli, the same goes for the amber. I honestly don't know what Cartier tried to do with Eau de Cartier Concentré. This is everything else, but it isn't a concentrate type of fragrance. Concentrate means that you take the original composition, that you put inside, better performance, better notes, better projection, so the whole package. And this one, apparently for Cartier, concentré means diluted. And as I said, that should have been the best name to describe this fragrance, if you can call it a fragrance. In terms of performance, on my skin, I usually get 3 to 4 hours of longevity. This is one of the weakest fragrances that I ever used, ever tested, ever smelled, and so on. In terms of projection, I can barely call this a weak projector for the first hour, and that's mainly because of the yuzu and violet note inside. Afterwards, it simply disappears on the skin. It becomes a skin scent. You have to put your nose really into your skin in order to feel some traces, some reminiscences of what you've applied on your skin. So we cannot talk about performance, we cannot talk about projection in Eau de Cartier Concentré. Unfortunately, this is weak, and I have better Eau de Colognes in my collections that perform a lot better than this Eau de Toilette does. I cannot recommend this if you were trying to get some info about this fragrance, if you're trying to buy it, to blind buy it because you saw the composition breakdown and whatnot, and you consider that this might be a very good fragrance for you. I'm just gonna simply say it, don't buy it. It's not worth the price, it's not worth the time, and it's not worth your investment. So keep away from this one. I cannot recommend it, I'm sorry. This pretty much does it for this video, guys. Thank you for watching. As always, be safe, be good. Peace.